The legal immigration provisions of the House Budget Reconciliation Bill have not been decided by the Senate Parliamentarian and are likely to be accepted once she reviews them. These provisions include the new cap exemptions for family-based and employment-based green card applicants with a priority that is more than 2 years old, which would then allow them to adjust their status by paying a $2,500 fee and a $5,000 fee, respectively. The provisions would also recapture a minimum of 226,000 immigrant visas in family and employment-based categories that went unused between the fiscal years of 1992 and 2021. A lot of you have been leaving comments on my page asking about these, so stay tuned until the very end because we're going to take a look at these and the likelihood of them making it into the budget reconciliation bill, as well as what kind of impact they will have on the visa backlog. If you have been waiting for this video, please make sure you like it so that more people will get a chance to see it. When the parliamentarian rejected the pathway to citizenship that was proposed by the Senate Democrats, she specifically said provisions of this, such as recapturing visas, are distinguishable as they apply to persons who are already admissible and not barred under law from applying for status. That means the proposed cap exemptions and recapturing of unused green cards are likely to be accepted into the budget reconciliation bill. As I mentioned in my video that explained the parliamentarian's decision, her primary reason for rejecting the pathway to citizenship was because it created a new avenue to permanent legal status that did not exist before. But that is not the case with these legal immigration provisions, which do not affect the criteria for admissibility or the eligibility for legal status. In addition, they also passed the Byrd Rule test, named after the late Senator Robert Byrd, which determined whether or not a measure can be included in budget reconciliation. The first being that the policy must impact the federal budget, and the second being that the budget costs must be directly related to the policy and not merely incidental. There are currently more than 1 million people waiting in the employment visa line and 4 million people waiting in the family visa line. If the recaptured green card provisions are accepted by the parliamentarian, that would bring those numbers down to almost 400,000 in the employment baseline and 3.4 million in the family baseline. If the cap exemptions are accepted by the parliamentarian and half of those waiting for a green card then paid the fee to skip the line and adjust their status, nearly 2 million additional green cards would be issued. Conservative financial estimates put the economic impact of this bill at around $2.8 trillion added to the GDP over 10 years, which is about twice the financial impact of the original pathway to citizenship. So not only will these legal immigration provisions likely meet the Byrd Rule and satisfy the parliamentarian, but they will also have the potential to pay for the entire reconciliation bill. If you didn't see my video explaining the 3 backup plans proposed by the Senate Democrats after the parliamentarian rejected the pathway to citizenship, I will put the link here so that you can watch it next. We cover each plan as well as the likelihood of Democrats overruling the parliamentarian's decision. I will also continue releasing new information on the budget reconciliation bill as it is released. So be sure to subscribe if you have not already done so. Click this link to watch my next video and I'll see you there.